Greetings and bouncing salutations. This is the Mighty Eagles Academy. So now, under today's presentation, we'll try and talk about some of the questions that came in 2024 GCE Mathematics Paper 1. So we'll try and look at some of the questions that came under 2024 GCE Mathematics Paper 1. So now these questions are coming from Paper 1. Paper 1, you are not allowed to use a calculator. Okay? Paper 1, you are not allowed to use a calculator. So now the first question was saying evaluate. So now this question is coming from a topic known as indices. Indices. Okay? The second question is saying simplify algebra. This is solve the equation from the equations. Okay? Then the last one is saying factorize completely. So now this is a difference of two squares. Okay, so now let's start with the first one. The first one is saying evaluate 8 over 24. 8 over 24 to the power 2 over 3. To the power 2 over 3. So now this is how you solve this question. So mathematics is very simple. It just needs some principles that needs to be followed in order for you to solve the questions. Mathematics is a problem that needs a solution. Okay, mathematics is a problem that needs a solution. Okay, so now this is how we solve this question. So all these questions were carrying 2 marks each. Each was carrying a 2 mark. Okay. Let's start with the first one. Okay, let's start with the first one. The first one is saying evaluate 8 over 27 to the power 2 over 3. Okay, to the power 2 over 3. Or because of let me just try and use a different marker so that I can come up with the solutions nicely. Okay, let me use the red one. Okay, I guess the red one is not very much inconspicuously. So now this is the question that I'm having here. Okay, let me just try and use the red one. So I'm having 8 over 27 to the power 2 over 3. Please, the moment that you are seeing something like this, okay, I'm having 8 over 7, then the power, it's a fraction, okay? The power is a fraction. Please, always, whenever you are having an index, and then it is being raised to the power, that is a fraction, this 2 over 3, which is it's a fraction, okay? 2 over 3. Always introduce the square root, okay? Always introduce the square root. So it's going to be like this. I'm having this number, okay? I'm having this number. Then it's going to be these 3. Always the one which is here, the denominator. So this 2 is the numerator, the 3 is the denominator. So always the denominator, this is the numerator, this is the denominator. So always the denominator, put it here, okay, like this, okay, put it there. Then these 2, bring it here. Always, that's the first principle, that's the first thing that you need to do. So always these 3, okay, the one which is under, the denominator is going to be the cube root. So if I was having a 4 here, I would have put a 4 here. If I was having a 7 here, I would have put a 7 here. If I was having a 10 here, I could have put a 10 here. If I was having a 7 here, I would have put a 7 here. If I was having a 10 on top, I would have put a 10 there. Okay, then bring down this 8 over 27, like this, like that, as simple as that. Please, we are not yet done. Okay, we are not yet done. So this question was carrying a 2 mark. Okay, this question was carrying a 2 mark. So now the cube root, this one simply means that you look for a number. If you multiply that number, how many times? 3 times. It has to give you 8. Okay, you look for a number. If you multiply that number by itself 3 times, it has to give you 8. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is like this. I will look for a number. That number, I need to multiply it by itself 3 times. So I'm going to say, let me try 3 times 3 times 3. So that number, it has to give me 8. So 3 times 3 is what? It's a 9. 9 times 9 is 27. Already 3 has been disqualified. That number is not 3. Okay, that number is not 3. Let me try 1. I'll multiply 1 times 1 times 1. 1 times 1 is a 1. 1 times 1 again is a 1. So 1 has been disqualified. It's not that number. Okay, it's not that number. Let me try 2. 2 times 2 times 2. Please, you multiply that number 3 times because there's a 3 here. If I was having a 4, I would have multiplied that number by 4 times. By itself, 4 times. So 2 times 2, it's a 4. 4 times 2, it's 8. So the number that I'm supposed to put here, it's a 2. Okay, it's a 2. So now here, I'm going to say a 2 over. Let me look for a number. If I multiply it 3 times by itself, it has to give me 27. What number is that? It's a 3. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Okay, so I'm going to say 3. I'll close. This power here, it's going to come like that. Okay, so these are steps that needs to be followed. These are steps. Okay, then this one simply means the laws of indices. Now, please, if you don't know about the laws of indices, there is a video which I made. Please revisit it. It explains everything regarding the laws of indices. It explains everything regarding the laws of indices. Okay, so now this simply means that 2 to the power 2 over 3 to the power 2. Okay, this 2 is for this one, it's also for this one. Okay, then 2 to the power 2, it's a 4. Over 3 to the power 2, it's a 9. This is your final answer. 2 marks. So, the first question to the 2024 GCE Mathematics Paper 1 was, the first solution was 4 over 9. Okay, 4 over 9. That was our first solution. Okay, 4 over 9. Okay, let's try and talk about the second solution. Let me just try and erase this due to space. Let's talk about this question. Simplify. I'm having 4x or 4 open bracket plus a 3, 2x minus a 3. Okay, this is algebra. Okay, this is algebra. So now under algebra, I did about 5 formats or the types of algebra that are there. Okay, so now here I'll just try and go direct. This one, the number that is outside the bracket is going to multiply with everything that are inside the bracket. Okay, I'm going to have 4x. I'm going to have 4x minus 8. Okay, because 4 times negative 2, it's negative 8. Plus 3 times 2x, I'm going to have 6x. Negative and positive, it's a minus. 3 times 3, it's a 9. Okay, from here, I'll try and put the like terms together. 4x plus 6x minus a 9 minus 8. Here I'm going to have 4x plus 6x, I'm going to have 10x. 10x minus, negative and negative. Negative and negative, it's a positive, but we'll get the sign of a bigger number. Okay, remember the laws of integers. Okay, so 9, negative and negative, it's a positive. Okay, but we get the sign of a bigger number. Which one is bigger between 8 and 9? It's 9. So what sign is 9 having? It's having a negative. This is the negative, which is 9 plus 8. It's what? 9 plus 8. I'm going to have 16 plus 1, 17. I'm going to have a 17. So this was my final solution. It was carrying a 2 mark. 2 mark. Just you doing that, it's a 2 mark that is given. Okay, just you doing that, it's a 2 mark that was given. Okay, let's try and look at the third question. Let's try and look at the third question. So these are solutions to the 2024 GCE Mathematics Paper 1, paper that was recently written. Okay, solve the equation 3x minus 5 and also x plus 2. So this one has already been broken down for you. Okay, so paper 1, it comes like this, but paper 2 is the one which comes as solve the quadratic equation, the one that we normally use the bus formula method. Okay, so now this is a quadratic equation under paper 1. Okay, so just get this one and just equate them to 0. Simple as that. I'm going to say 3x minus 5 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 is equal to 0. Here I'm going to have x is equal to positive. It crosses the equal sign, is going to be a negative. First solution. Third solution, I'm going to have 3x is equal to 5. Because this is negative, it's going to cross the equal sign. Okay, I'm going to divide both sides by 3, both sides by 3 cancel. Then I'm going to have x is equal to 5 over 3. Or if you don't want to leave your answer like this, you can leave your answer as 1 remainder 2 over 3 as your solution. 2 marks. Just you for doing this, it's a 2 mark. If you put your answer like this or like this, it's one and the same. But the major thing is that you're supposed to come up with 2 possible solutions. Okay, one in positive and also one in negative form. Okay, so this was the solution to the third question that came under 2024 GCE Mathematics Paper 1. Let's try and proceed. Okay, let's try and proceed and talk about something else. Okay, let's try and look at the last question that came under 2024 Mathematics GCE Paper 1. Okay, the fourth question was saying factorize completely. So now this factorizing completely, it's a difference of 2 squares. So under difference of 2 squares, it's always a mandatory that you come up with 2 things, one in positive, or 2 solutions, one in positive and also another one in negative form. It's always a mandatory. It's always a mandatory. Okay. Factorize completely, I'm having 7x squared minus a 7. Okay, 7x squared minus a 7. So this thing qualifies to be a difference of 2 squared because it's having a squared. It's having a 2 as the even number. It's having an even number. Okay, so now I'm supposed to come up with another supposed to be in positive, another one supposed to be in a negative form. Okay, so now first thing that you need to know, okay, whenever you are dealing with a difference of 2 squares, is for you to see or to locate the number that is appearing both sides, or the one which is common. The one which is appearing both sides, or the one which is common. So here, which one is common? 7 is common because 7 is appearing this side and also 7 is appearing this side. So I'm going to put 7 outside the bracket. I'm going to remain with what? X squared minus a 7. No, minus a 1. The reason why 7 has been disqualified here, is because they are going to do 7 times x squared is giving you 7x squared. 7 times negative 7 is giving you negative 49. But here I'm not having a negative 49. But if I was having a negative 49 here, I could have put a 7 here. But now I'm having a 7, I'm just going to put a 1 there. Because if I do 7 times negative 1, it's negative 7, this one. It has to take you back to the original expression. That's the way it is. Okay, then here 7, the x here, there are 2. X squared minus, here 1, I'm going to say 1 squared. Because I haven't changed anything here. Just 1. 1 squared, just the same as 1. Okay, so I haven't changed anything here. I'm just trying to balance up things. Okay, so here I'm going to say 7. This 7 will just be coming. The x here, there are 2, and also the 1s here, there are 2. I'm going to say x minus a 1. I'm going to say x plus a 1. So it doesn't matter if you want, you can say a positive 1 here. If you want, you can say a minus 1 here. It doesn't matter. Remember the law of mathematics. Negative 2 times 1. It's what? It's a negative 2. What about negative 1 times 2? It's also a negative 2. So there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so these are the things that I prepared under today's presentation. Please, if you've not liked or subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so that YouTube can be notifying you whenever I try and upload a new video. This is at the Mighty Eagles Online Tuitions Academy. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want YouTube to be notifying you whenever we try and upload a new video. Thank you so very much for watching. Have a blessed day.